Hey guys, it's Zach from Say What Zach here. Doing another top line video. Today we are looking at the Montreal Canadians top line up here. And they are trying to stay relevant. They are in a playoff spot, but not a very secure spot right now. I do have the current NHL standings after last night's games here. So we're going to have the NHL standings up here so you can see all 31 teams in the American Hockey League over here. So you have the two standings. They're going to be up at all times in every video. Hopefully currently up to date as much as possible. So yeah, they're at 36 points right now. Tampa and Florida both at 35, so they're only 1 point ahead of those two. And Toronto's at 34, so only 2 points ahead of them. So, yes, they're in a playoff spot, but barely. And they're quite a few points back of Pittsburgh and Philly, who hold the 2 wildcard spots. So, if they're going to stay relevant, it's going to be this line and the shoulders of Carey Price. So that. And I did double check the Joel Armia line, Max Domi line. This one has produced more points. This is the more important line, I think, for this team. So, getting into that, Thomas Tatar, Brendan Gallagher, Philip Bonneau are your 3 players for this top line. You got Thomas Tatar, who was a 2009 draft pick for the Detroit Red Wings. We thought he was going to be with Nyquist. Him and Nyquist had a really good couple years there, but we thought they might be like Zetterberg, Datsuk. That fell apart. So, unfortunately, that didn't work out, so they're both off the team now, traded and doing pretty decent other teams elsewhere. He was a 2009 draft pick for the Red Wings. Second round, 30th pick overall in that round. Last year, his totals: games played, 80 games, 25 goals, 33 assists for 58 points. He was plus 21, so he was a very good plus-minus player last year. Not bad, 58 points, not horrible. This year, he's played in all 32 games that Montreal's played. He has 11 goals, 17 assists for 28 points, and he's a -1. In his career numbers: 539 games played, 155 goals, 159 assists, 155 goals, 159 assists for 314 points, and he was a plus 16 in his career. Yeah, so he's played a few times, and he went from Detroit to Vegas to Montreal, if you guys want to know. So some of these points are with Vegas, some of them are, most of them are with Detroit, though. So just give you guys kind of an idea of where he's been in his career. Brendan Gallagher, he was a 2010 draft pick from the Montreal Canadiens, 5th round, 27th pick overall, so he's a relatively late pick. So he's carved out a nice little career for himself, considering how late of a pick he was. Last year, he played in 82 games, 33 goals, 19 assists for 52 points. He was a plus 10. Relatively good plus-minus overall for this line last year. This year, he's played in all 32 games, 14 goals, 12 assists for 26 points, and he's a plus 6. In his career numbers, he's got 520 games played, 165 goals, 152 assists for 317 points, and he's a plus 55. So again, not a bad career he's carved out so far. I'm sure he would like to add a little bit of a couple rounds of the playoff, maybe a cup would be nice for his career, but not bad considering almost 10 years after his draft year. So not too bad. Got Philip Bonneau, which I did not know. He was a 2011 draft pick from Chicago. I did not know he was drafted by Chicago, so I did find that out while I was doing the research. He was a 1st round pick, 26th overall by Chicago. Last year, he played in 81 games, 12 goals, 41 assists for 53 points. He had plus 17 last year. This year, he's played in all 32 games, so this line has been relatively healthy all year long for Montreal. Even during that 8-game losing streak, they just stopped producing. It wasn't injuries. He had 7 goals. He has 7 goals, 18 assists for 25 points, and he's a plus 9 this year. So plus-minus isn't too bad for this line overall. Tatar needs to boost it a little bit, but not too bad. It's just, yeah, I think they just weren't meshing for those 8 games there. Career numbers: 300 games played, 44 goals, 109 assists for 153 points, and he's a plus 26. So overall, they've played in 32 games. That equals 79 points, so not bad totals. Considering the league's, I'm going to have to try and figure out what the league's average is right now, because it seems like the lower end teams are about 40 to 50 points their top line. Obviously, these videos are being done as more and more games are played, so those averages might be different now. But it seems like the bottom tier teams are about 40 or 50. The top tier teams are usually about in the 70s, 80s, and then the really good ones are in the hundreds. So overall, it's not bad for Montreal. They're looking okay. They definitely need to keep this winning going because, yeah, they're only 2 points behind Buffalo for second, but they're also, again, only 1 point ahead of Florida and Tampa Bay for that last spot. So if they want to stay in the playoffs, stay in the hunt, get a shot at the cup this year, they need to stay consistently good, and this line needs to be consistently good. Anyway, so that is your top line for the Montreal Canadiens. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Zach from Say What Zach. If you guys did enjoy it, give us a like and a subscribe, and I will talk to you guys again soon.